Hello, hello, beautiful people. Wow, it has been forever since I've shared anything on this lovely channel here. And yeah, I've just been kind of on a personal pilgrimage. I'm on pilgrimage. I'm out traveling the world right now, visiting all of the chakra points on the planet, the really powerful energy vortexes and points of real spiritual growth and transformation, and it's been pretty epic. So I've just kind of like allowed myself to immerse in that, and while so much is changing and transforming for me, so just been really allowing the process, right, and trusting it. So which is it's interesting because I was like doing all this content for a while, and now it's just time to put a pause. So but I was very inspired today to get on here and share a little bit about where I'm at and what's going on. I am in Nepal right now, and there has been a really big unrest, social unrest right now. The government shut down all of their social media sites a couple of days ago. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram. I don't know if it was LinkedIn as well. So many. There was like, I don't know, it was quite 20 platforms. They just shut them down, just shut everything down. And that is just very deeply affected the everybody, the whole country, right? And so that was a really interesting thing to be here to experience and see. And I wondered what was going to come of that, because that's not something that you do to a people, right? You really, that affects livelihood, it affects connection with others, it affects uh, personal, just it affects every aspect of it. We know how important our internet is to us, and connecting with others, and selling products and doing business with our phones and all of our um, our our social media. WhatsApp is really huge for so many of the businesses around here and abroad. They really use that a lot. A little different in the States. We don't use WhatsApp like that in the States, but abroad it is a huge piece of their, again, their livelihood and their life. So, and the way they communicate with each other and stay in touch, right? And there's people that are out of the country that they need to be in family, right? And if you can't connect with your family and things are happening, I mean, it's been pretty bad. So I really wondered what was going to happen, and what happened was a ginormous protest, and it ended up getting quite violent. At least 19 people have died now, and more are in the hospital, critically injured, and might not make it. Um, it's everyone took to the streets, especially the younger people. And it's just, again, you just don't do this to a people and expect them to just go like, okay, that's cool, whatever. So it's not surprising to me that this is what arose, and it was in a little bit different area than I'm in, so I felt kind of safer where I was at. Although the hotel has said, don't go out, right? They've suggested we not leave the hotel and not go out. So changed our plans and what we're able to do right now. Um, and then just recently, I heard out the window the chanting and the marching and the protesting. So it's moved into this area. So now it's gotten a little more real, right? So not that, I mean, it was only a mile away what was going on, but I invite you to check out the videos on YouTube. They have filmed the entire, recorded, like yesterday, there's a video on YouTube that's 12 hours long right now, recording like the whole thing of it, so you can actually see what's going on. Maybe, hopefully, those are available to you. Um, but and research the news. Of course, I'm in it, so I'm feeling the energies and hearing about it, and people are talking about it. So normally, when we're not around it, it's real easy to not pay attention, or to turn away from it, right? Or maybe don't even hear about it, right? Because it's a whole other country, and there's so much going on in the world, right? It's hard to keep track of all of it, and we have our daily lives, right? So this is I've been hearing about a lot of social unrest all around the planet, but this one I'm just like right in the middle of, so it's been really interesting. So, but to know that, at least 19 people have died. That's what it was. It was the police opened fire, according to the news. So they've been shooting tear gas and rubber pellets, rubber bullets, but I guess they opened fire and actually, with their guns and shot people. So again, don't I don't have all the details. I just what I've read on the news and what I'm hearing. So feel free to look that up for yourself and get your own information, of course. But it's just been really heartbreaking again to be in it. And then I'm going to India shortly and just got word of like huge major flooding there that, a lot of people, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people have been affected and having to evacuate and people are dying in that situation too, landslides. And I mean, there's just so much going on in our world right now, but usually I guess I've kind of felt a little safer where I've been. I haven't been like directly affected so much, but and still, I feel safe where I'm at. I think I think right, you never know what's going to erupt and what's going to happen. So, um, but I just really wanted to bring awareness to this if you didn't know, and really, during my meditation practice today, it was just all about sending love to these areas that are in so much need of beautiful, healing, loving energy. So, and to keep these people in your hearts, and as you go about your day, I know we're so bombarded with so much, right? But I just wanted to do my part and just bring notice to it and bring these people into my hearts and really send the love out. So um again, I invite you to explore all of this for yourself and see what's out there and what's going on and watch the videos and just see. And it's not okay that governments can do this to a people. And and it's really scary because they did it just like that with no word of warning, right? And that could happen to any one of us, any country, any of the powers that be can decide what they want to do at any given time. And then what? But it's amazing to me that they really didn't think people were going to stand up and just go, fuck no, really? You don't get to do this. You don't have this control and this power. And it sounds to me like, well, also what I've said is they've turned the social media back on. So that's back on, but the protests are still continuing. I think now that they've killed people, I think it's escalated to another, it's not just about the social media now, right? So not that it was before. There's a lot that's created this experience and created this eruption. So there's been a lot going on underneath the surface. Again, I don't live here. I don't know. So I've just been trying to, learn what I can. Again, just because I'm right in the middle of it. So, okay, so I'm adding this in a little update. I'm not sure what I'll add this into the original video, but I have since been outside of the hotel I'm staying at, and pretty much 95% of the businesses are all shut down and closed up. A normally very lively, bustling area of Kathmandu, and it's all shut down. So that was a little strange and disconcerting and just a strange energy out there, right? And then so came back into the hotel I'm staying at to have lunch. Luckily, I am in a, hotel complex area that has, all the things you would need. So um the server said he was out in the protesting yesterday, and because I mentioned that a bunch of people had been killed, and I said I thought there, I heard there was like maybe the police opened fire on people, but he said that that was snipers up in buildings shooting people in the head and in the chest. And he was there. And then just looking at more news and researching and looking at more information, maybe not the news, but more information. And the hospitals have reported this, that people were showing up with gunshot wounds to the head. So that is very different than, police opening a fire, maybe out of fear or something. I don't know, feeling threatened for their own lives. That's a very different situation to have snipers up in buildings shooting people in the head and in the chest. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know what to do with that one. I just don't understand how somebody could do that to another human being. I don't care what your beliefs are, but that's a twisted mind, right? That's a twisted um, ideology, I guess. Just the total lack of um, care and concern for another human being that doesn't work in my mind. I can't relate to that at all. I mean, it's just like, wow. So I just wanted to add that into this video before we do our meditation and send out so much love to the people that got shot like that and the people that had to witness that, the aftermath of that and the trauma of it, and to those families that lost people due to that. Also, now just sitting here having lunch, I just was looking at the sky and like black plumes of smoke are coming up. So then I went up higher onto the top of the building, which is a 7-story building, and where you can see out in the skyline, and you can see fires up all over, or smoke plumes. I can't see like flames, but black smoke, and I can smell the rubber in the air. So that feels like a tactical thing by the protesters, burning things at the same time around the city, around to them. So you can see smoke coming up all around, and really just very close to where I'm at. So, and I can see, and so from there, I could actually see protesters walking through the streets as well. So, they are very upset and want the prime minister to vacate his position, and he might be trying to leave the country. So it's interesting. It's getting really interesting in here. So um, anyway, again, just to add that little update, it feels I did that last video before I tried to like leave, my hotel, so I didn't know what was going on out there in that same sense. And I hadn't talked to anybody that was actually in the protesting yesterday and saw the shooting and saw what was going on there. So I just wanted to add that in because it feels really important, important piece. So kind of wow. I mean, I guess I'm a little speechless. I don't know what to say, but anyway, it's getting crazy, and people aren't going to take this shit anymore from these corrupt governments, right? I don't usually get very political, but that's just what's going on around the planet. So, yeah, we need to be careful what we say so we don't get banned. And anyway, shit's getting real right now, and it's an interesting place to be right now. So, anyway, sending much love, and we'll continue on with the video. Again, I'm going to add this into some piece there. So edit it in, and forgive my editing skills are not like the best. That's okay. But again, sending you all love, and sending love to all these people. And now we'll continue on with the video. Thank you. Thank you so much. And stay tuned for the meditation that's coming up. So thank you so much, everybody, with so much love. Whew. Anyway, yeah, again, be conscious, be aware, be connected with community. It's really important for us in these times to have community, and to be in the know, and be in our hearts, right? Stay in our hearts, shine our light bright, and hold space for people, and hold them in our hearts, and just hold love for people, right? The world is, I mean, it's always in chaos, right? I don't know. Some things feel like this is some real special moment that we're really breaking through and moving through some big things. But again, we've always been in chaos and turmoil. So, but there's also so much beauty and love on the planet, right? So we need to stay in that energy and that frequency, and do our part to send love and hold people, and help where we can, whatever that looks like for you. I don't know, right? I don't know. It's such a personal journey for each of us. But given that note, I just wanted to offer up a little 5-minute meditation, and just to really bring these people into our hearts, and send love out, and whatever that looks like for you. But just, if you want to just go into your heart and breathe into it. I visualize these places and the earth. I visualize her in my heart space. I visualize Nepal in my heart space. I visualize the people. I visualize India. It's northern India that's really affected by these floods right now, which is exactly where I always go, and all the places I just love. And I'm watching them underwater right now. They're flooded, and it's and people are just devastated, right? It's devastating. So I'm just really holding them in my heart. So that's what I like to do. I like to visualize, and then just flood with beautiful pink loving energy, healing golden energy, white light energy, bright light, bring in the angels and really just go into that heart space and hold everybody. So I'm gonna offer that up for us for 5 minutes. You can join me or not, or just send love or whatever you feel called to do. So yeah, so I will just go ahead and set our timer. So thank you everybody so much for being here, and I'll check in with you again as soon as the little bell goes off. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my channel and for your connection. And again, stay tuned for more. I don't know when that might be. I'm really in a personal journey right now, and this is the first time I felt really inspired to create a video. So that feels exciting for me because I've missed it. I have, but you just can't force some things and you really have to trust timing. So I've just been trusting the energy and trusting that process, like I said earlier. So anyways, let's get into it. And again, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy and holding space for this really, really painful event. Thank you. All right. Okay. Setting intention to send love to Nepal and India and anybody in the world who needs it. You can do this for anybody that needs it in your heart right now, that is in your world. My throat's a little right now, so my voice might be a little, I feel it's a little deep and raspy. So yeah, setting intention to send love where it's needed and really holding these people in our hearts. It's such a beautiful country and a beautiful people, and they've been so kind and loving here, and and that's what I experience pretty much everywhere I go, actually. People are amazing. People are amazing. People aren't the powers that be, right? People aren't their governments. For the highest good of all involved and the spiritual benefit of all beings. Moving into our meditation now. Mm. Wow. Mm. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me in that and for sending love and holding these people in these spaces and locations and communities in your heart and continuing to send love to them and to I really like to, like I said, just hold the world in my heart and just because it's so much going on all over the place, right? We're in some really powerful frequencies, new light codes coming onto the planet that are really breaking up some stuff, and it's causing a lot of, it's bringing so much to the surface, right? And that's the scientific fact. We are actually moving through the photon belt that is bringing more light to the planet. So, we can also just trust what we're experiencing, right? But there is science that is showing, what we're moving through and what's happening with the planet right now. And it's really upgrading and evolving. And all the planets are too. So it's not just the Earth. All of the planets in our solar system are changing their frequency and their vibration right now. So we're just really going into a leveling up and an evolution in our consciousness and our awareness. And going through a lot of spiritual growth and transformation right now as a species. And it's affecting us body, mind, and spirit, right? So if you're, really tired, if you're really emotional, if you're not able to sleep, if you're super starving, there's a lot of ways it's showing up in our physical body. And I'm hearing about that through a lot of different podcasts I listen to and people talking about this. And, it's in the collective. It's real and it's really what's going on. So, but I invite you to revisit this daily for not just the people of Nepal and India, but for again anybody and friends and family, people that you know that are going through challenging times. I have family members that are going through it right now. So holding them in my heart and holding all of us in our hearts. Right? It's some big times. So. Again, thank you so much for being here. And I'm hoping my voice comes through again. It's been a real emotional day. The energy here is very heavy. So I'm kind of like a little subdued and just kind of internal right now. So, but I really want to put this out there again. I invite you to check out the videos on YouTube and see what's going on and see firsthand and learn about it if that speaks to you, of course, right? I mean, I know for myself with so much going on in the world, there's only so much I can take in, right? And it is heavy and it is emotional, and we have to watch that for ourselves that we don't take on all of these heavy energies, right? I'm not a real advocate of watching the news and because it's such fear-based energies, but we can do some of our own research and choose what we connect with and get more, not such fear-based information, right? And more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so biased, right? So that's why like kind of the filming on YouTube is just like a firsthand account of it, right? It's not a reporting, it's you can actually see what's going on there. So, but anyways, again, I know that's all really heavy. So take care of yourself and keep yourself in a high vibration. That's the most important thing. If we're stuck down in this fear energy, that is not going to help anybody, right? So always take care of put on your own life jacket first, right? Your own air mask first. So always don't go into fear. Don't go into fear. I'm absolutely not putting this out there to spread fear or create that. It's really about spreading love. It's about spreading love and connection and unity, consciousness and oneness, and remembering that we are all in this together and we are all one, and we can do something with our energy, right? We can send love. We can hold people with love, and that makes a freaking difference. The more high vibe frequency that we are in, the more that spreads around the planet. If we were all in high vibe frequencies moving out of fear, what a different world this would be, right? So that's our own personal responsibility. Do what we need to do to take care of ourselves and elevate our frequency out of the fear state. We're no good to ourselves or to anybody around us if we're moving from a place of fear. We need to be in our hearts. We need to be moving from a place of love. If any of the actions, words, thoughts, beliefs, motivations are from a place of fear, that is not how we want to be. That is not how we want to be. And that's what we're trying to do as a species and as a consciousness and as a people. We're not going to live in fear anymore. We're moving out of that. We're done with the old systems. We are fucking done, right? Part of that is our responsibility. We have to move out of our own fear energies, get conscious of them. So do not go into fear around this, please. That's not what this is about, right? Open our hearts, go into our hearts and just hold people. Hold yourselves if you need to. If you are in fear, just hold yourself. Do what you need, hold yourself. find what you need to do to take care of yourself. So, okay, I'm just going on. So, really so nice to connect with you. It has been forever. So, really grateful, and maybe this will be a catalyst. Maybe more will be coming soon. So, stay tuned. And yeah, I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here and for being a part of my journey. Bye.